Hi, I'm Richard Lawson, Dean of the Cathedral, and I'm joined by our architect and our contractor.
Hi, my name is Michael Dziedzic, Project Superintendent for Fransen Pittman Construction Company.
And I'm Leah Hanke with Tryba Architects.
We have loved working with this team, and DZ, specifically Fransen Pittman, has been just amazing. Fransen Pittman has a wide range of experience and knowledge, and I know that you've loved being in this historic space, and I've been impressed with how you've appreciated our aesthetics, our history, but yet had the knowledge and ability to give us cutting-edge technology with this new HVAC system. What's it been like for you to work in this space?
So I would say that the project in this space was truly unique in that coming into a facility that's approximately 120 years old and having to excavate nearly 330 yards of dirt out from directly where we're standing was quite the challenge. One of the biggest things that I've appreciated with work in cathedrals and churches in general has always been that the end user is really the final client. And I find a lot of value in that.
Yeah, because we're a place and a community.
Correct.
Tell us that this new system, it's given us new heat, first time ever cool air, which is amazing. That's easy to understand, but it's also given us this fresh air system that is dynamic. Tell us about what that is.
Correct. So the system that we installed here was a VRF system with several DOAS units. So the DOAS units is what you're referring to specifically.
Dedicated outside air.
Correct. And so what those are doing, so there's about 6 of them within the space, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. And what those are doing is they're pulling in outside air directly through the old wells that were beneath here, which we have gone through and retrofitted with steel and then the design that Leah will talk about. So what we have done is we added these dedicated outside air units to draw in this air and not only provide ventilation, but provide this naturally climatized fresh air directly from the environment that we have outside of these walls. So now you have this combination of fresh air and ventilated air going through, being pulled back in through the return air duct, back through the economizer, and then basically creating that circulation and the air changes throughout the space. The air changes is the important component of it because that's what prevents that stuffiness feel within the space.
That's amazing. So it's fresh air, it's more pleasant, and in the age of COVID, it's a lot safer.
Correct.
Leah, one of the reasons why we hired Tryba Architects is Tryba loves historic preservation. You do a lot of new stuff too, but you love historic preservation. What's it been like for you as an architect to be in this place, which is as old as DZ says it is, but also a place that hopes to be here for centuries to come, not just decades?
Yeah, so at Tryba Architects, we take pride in historic preservations. A lot of these buildings are a good fabric to the neighborhoods. They're a place where the neighborhood comes to congregate, as we mentioned earlier. And just having a building of this age, we typically in a lot of new builds strive to have what we call 100-year buildings. So buildings that are around for 100 years. So to come into a building that's already 100 years and looking at the longevity with providing a new system where the clientele, the parishioners are more comfortable and can, come into the space and hopefully, with the new system, the building can be around for another 100 or so years.
That's wonderful. One of the things I know that you love, in part because I follow you on Instagram, and I saw throughout this project, you posted lots of pictures of the cathedral, and you talked a lot about the beauty of this place. And I know and just love how you took, for the grills and some of the millwork that you drew, you took the Gothic window and reinterpreted it and tuck it into these grills and the millwork so that there's a consistent pattern. Talk about that design and the principle of beauty that's so near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, I think every time someone comes into a building like this, I think, me, as Richard says, every time I came in, I was posting something new to Instagram just because you always got a sense of, the lights coming in a different way, oh, I didn't notice this before. And what we did with the screens that Richard is talking about is we took plays off the existing windows. Our graphic design team does in-house graphics. They were able to take patterns of the arches and circles within those and kind of overlay them together to have a screen. So it took a contemporary twist on a very historic element.
Well, Leah and DZ, I cannot thank both of you enough. You are both experts in your fields, but even more, you're great souls. You're wonderful to work with. And on behalf of St. John's, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Thank you.